What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies.
Well, things aren't getting live.
Why not think about
Blast?
Yeah. Or
So we should...
hey,
The Xianzhou La Fu.
but that's what everyone's.
No need to worry. Aside from stuff...
What do you think, Himiko?
There's certainly, with Madame Harda's help,
Aw, so
being an adult. So here's the plan.
What do you two think? I don't...
Now that everyone's on board with the...
Kalinga Abyss.
That's why geniuses aren't. Don't miss us too much.
Himiko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Don.
Just let... Plus, and since he has...
Coming back to. Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. This time, we're not quite unusual, I must say. I'm. Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yenqing, let's wait for him in front.
Hey, you guys! Did they Are you familiar with the
We're from Panic.
Oh, we just left there.
That's great.
Exactly! Most of the tour. Yeah, we know.
I've heard the ring was... No doubt about it.
But for now,
We're looking for unique...
you're the expert here.
That's indeed a good...
Awesome. I love being out.
I'm a bit worried that nature.
See you later.
Look, Yenqing...
Really? Let's.
Quite a different experience. There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone! It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up.
We've only been...
What are you...
Sorry, but after our previous adventures,
do you have to be so...
you know, the last time...
I get it.
Seriously.
I was a bit...
Yep. There's with the war dance coming up. The general said this ceremony would... It's a way to showcase our... By the way, the Xian... Yeah, the Xianzhou with Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Committee. I heard General Fei... If I...
By the way, Yenqing.
I'm sorry.
It's funny. I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me.
Hey, what's that?
We'll go with...
Watch out for the...
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him. Borison? Why are there Borison here? good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my... An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new.
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid...
Wow, we appreciate.
Sorry. Once we're done with the format,
Oh, but this shit.
according to the protocol.
Oh, but we didn't.
Looks like this argument... Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault.
With the war dance, according to the protocol...
Please don't blame this.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun. Here's what happened.
So, and I...
Honestly, it gives me a... You know, with all...
We'll make sure these
I see. Maybe I should...
Ah, you look...
Please don't tease me.
What are those people?
Those werewolf the Borisin have been... Their presence has faded.
According...
Yeah. Well, enough. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer. Thank you, but by the way, that young...
I doubt...
Don't All right, let's not...
Don't worry.
There sure are...
Success and failure.
It's been a long journey, Elder Ryan. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while. Oh. Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Cienjo.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a Tory.
Elder Huayan is not only...
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life,
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm... So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you.
You're more than welcome.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you! Oh, it's...
Oh.
What a coincidence!
Oh? Now?
She helped me capture...
Your flying sword?
Yes, it did.
Nope.
Won't do?
As for this, by the way, if I...
Hold on a sec, you... What did you just say?
If you just step with all due respect...
Hasn't anyone told you?
Yang Qing.
You...
Hey!
It's a small
Such...
Well, everyone, I'll find another...
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me.
You needn't apologize.
All right, Yoon Lee.
Yeah.
Yang Qing, see if you can calm down.
I'm on it. This is the report. Looks like the general has given... Well, it's not... It's just, you know... well, let...
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu...
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Marshal knows everything that has happened. She has come. Speaking of which, why hasn't she...
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the Starscape.
You must be the messengers from...
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainer.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message.
Master heard about a
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huan. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize.
Drat. I forgot to ask you and Lee to... Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shit. By the way...
Reserved?
Maybe I'm...
No, you're not.
That's right.
Well, that...
What's so unusual?
Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him
Danshu's rebellion and...
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable once the spark of suspicion is kindled. It proves hard to extinguish.
I was so... By the way, I heard...
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the cauldron master on the Lo Fu?
Thanks to your words, the General is under...
come on. Did I...
Miss March is right. Still, I'll...
he looks like...
this...
no worries. What's with you turning...
Well, since you're willing...
Can I really reason with you, Xianzhou people?
But I am trying...
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar.
You know what? This isn't my but straight up snatching. I'm hearing you keep detaining my cargo. jerk! Oop, you're staying on the Cienjo, are you? What?
Aren't you the guest from the astral...
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused...
Looks like you've met this I was sent here to do...
As you... And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you.
Like I wanted to come back.
What do you mean by snatched?
Then why did you bring the cargo to the...
Listen here. Firstly, the sky...
Even if there are dangers...
But you'll have...
I understand.
In most cases, we don't.
Biological tissue.
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission.
The Alliance's regulations on...
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays up...
This Mr. Scott... I heard how you helped our...
What are you guys whispering about over there?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations, too. According to Article 4.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringement.
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust... Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property?
Oh, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll just...
calm down. The General wants us to handle this piece...
So, this is the great idea you came... Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is...
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Cienjo...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because...
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection...
Confiscate it? How can you Cienjo...
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safe...
That's true. But we both need to follow the regulations, because...
Huh? Your logic is too confusing. Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf...
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Cienjo, but if I violate... Well, you guys sure know how to... Fine. I'll allow...
So, Mr.
Well,
Yeah, you've got some insight.
allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the alchemy.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned...
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected...
It doesn't matter?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect...
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more... Our ship will leave in a few...
Your ship can leave whenever. According to the import, since we can't determine if... Normally, it'll only take a...
Only?
Why so surprised? You're still young.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about...
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it... Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection.
This lady is... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC!
Turn it off! Well, how unexpected.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it! You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program!
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving!
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the sky.
I'm on it. Please follow me.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissue. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply,
I'll take some samples.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commit. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my... I thought the General's retainers were...
Huh?
As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the loft? It's still early. And you three are coming too.
The news is spreading pretty fast.
All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the...
You're Lofun.
Yes, it's...
The view here would be even...
Oh, really?
Even if it's impressive...
Well, in my humble opinion, the rebirth... My bad. Well,
what would you like to discuss?
I was lucky, honestly. The alchemy...
Well, the Vidyadhara and the...
I may not know...
I see. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever more. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate... Our Xianzhou forebears knew this 30 years ago. My mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents, unfortunately. Even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. And guess who arbitrated the...
What?
You heard it right. The one... Alas, why is your face turning pale? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our...
Lingsha, you're back!
I've been waiting ages. Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take...
What a small world. You stole my sword!
I see. Let's...
Why do I... Of course not.
Grandpa, now that I see you again...
You really
Just look, you know the Cloud Knight saying. A Cloud Knight must never let slip...
Fine! You don't have to...
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Dan Heng? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the
Clearing, it's the Cloud Knight's duty.
Oh, you think you're... It's so hard for me. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were erratic, if you want a contest, it's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready? Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't...
Can we start?
Oh, great.
How many can you block? See? I won. Your technique was... All you did was...
Oh. Well, then I'll give you a chance. Defeat me or hand over...
If you're trying to pick...
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you... I thought I'd see my... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the War Dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with...
Grudges? No, not at all.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung hers.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the dragon?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the...
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Sanzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and... here's your sword.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse... Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prosperous.
But... I know you're going to say but.
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters...
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the...
Just stop whining. At least before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its...
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Lawfu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told...
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find...
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to as long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire. You asked if I viewed General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez.
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long...
Hey! was that? I mean, when Yoon Lee...
Mind.
You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was talking about
Thanks for the kind words. I've had my fair share.
Don't underestimate yourself.
I see.
I bet it's about how to deal with the general.
I really don't want to get...
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff service?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them. These three braved great dangers, accompanied...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about... But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, over the years, there are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that...
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the old...
No.
This old man's word.
The Marshal ordered me. No need for that.
Thanks for your kind...
By introducing the... As for the ambrosial... Oh, by the way. Yes, it's this case. There will be numerous. The host will dispatch.
What's this?
This sword case is... I don't mean to boast. I've been wondering. Moreover...
Thank you.
If you want to get... I know you're all about... Yeah? The outcome of our duel...
That's exactly what I... not to be rude or...
Quiet down. While you both seem caught, we don't know who the winner will...
How does that make...
In my humble opinion, I'd be greatly pleased...
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless.
Huh? Who? Wait.
I noticed,
Wait. Are you serious? Why am I being dragged?
But you know, as for Miss March...
I appreciate your... Plus, I heard that he...
That's considerate.
Looks like March is cured.
The whole point...
So Miss Yunli has already agreed.
General,
Yang Qing.
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing has a...
It's up.
I understand. Then I'm on board.
Great. Yunli and I will...
General Huayan's gone. I think we...
Yeah.
Because... But from his point of view, since the crew's actions were... And he wants to see it...
Elder Huayan is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because, in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao. where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Did we do something wrong? We really did save the—
Don't worry. No matter what happens, I'll stay here as a witness and answer any...
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. As the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Shao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you.
Still...
That healer with the odd...
Jiao Cho. He's been given my...
I'm relieved to know that you're as your friend.
The Arbor's rebirth. Although, the report... As you know, the Lawfu precept, it is for these reasons. Well, duty calls.
I understand. The Lawfu has, unfortunately, for a long life...
That's true. And that's why...
Hule?
The nemesis of the Fox...
Usually, only...
The Foxians, and given the situation on... That's why I was sent here. Well, not everything.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights follow... However, someone...
Our people?
No, neither.
There you are! It's an honor to learn from... Oh, and all those immersions... Hey, why are you...
This is, the first... Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about... I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent.
Fine. A promise is a promise.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now.
Dan Heng, do you... By the...
I've found a quiet spot.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Lawfu so laid back?
Master Yunli?
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I'm just showing. As the host,
Stand aside. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this?
Sword practice?
You're awesome, Master...
See?
Actually...
Huh? You have a gift for me?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have...
Thank you, Master
Bet you didn't.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are... So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful.
All right.
Wait.
Well, I heard. Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to.
If you're ready, let's.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
Please, have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lafu's swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Yes, you! Right on time. Ignore him. Strength is everything. Yes, you!
Like this?
Well done!
Here you go, Master.
Time for swordplay. Right on time. Practice is over. Swords descend. Melt! What are you made of? Strike! Yes, you!
How many can you block?
Blade and flight!
Yeah! I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'll show you what I can reel. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, death!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? No. You'll make good with a true heart and focused mind. Here I come! Through clouds!
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight!
You'll make good practice.
Right on time. Yes, you! Mountains! Strike with heart! Practice is over. Swords descend!
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March is quick hand.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused.
Given the situation,
Serious.
I could ask you the same.
Instead,
Skilled sword master. Theorist.
Hey,
But it does matter.
Aww. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, one of them is Yenqing. The boy we've... Both masters are super... I tried to drag... Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. And just thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some... Looking forward to your reply.
Well...
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while. How could that possibly happen?
With your talent, Miss Mar-
Decades?
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a
Are you
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks...
Miss March, you're...
Oh, let me see.
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about...
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how...
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the...
Why are you two arguing again?
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some... Tomorrow is...
You're...
What are you laughing? I'm Jiaoqiu.
Ah, got it.
Sorry for the miss...
If you know nothing about...
From my profession, it's like your sword, for example. Well, it's just...
So...
I'm a heel, seeing the way you're looking at it.
Seriously?
Do you recognize this box?
No.
This is...
Is it...
Well, it depends on increase the dose. This thing can...
That...
Huh.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing...
Seems like you get really...
Picture this. In the throes of combat, surviving the battlefield...
Perhaps you've underestimated... When I was appointed as the and this is how the war dance is the
That's quite an hearing you speak so highly.
You want to see the sky splitters? Let's go. How...
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship?
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The sky splitter is actually tomorrow. Since I was a kid, I understand that I'm not like other, even in the thick of each day. But then, after that, I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, while the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't. But as a member of the cloud, when I wield my sword, that's why.
Oh, Yanqing.
Age doesn't really matter.
It's not polite.
I'm not asking your age.
You don't talk like a...
Need a...
Well,
Sounds like that mind of you...
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. Since I was a kid, it's been cleared, so whenever...
Hey, what do you...
Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword.
What happened, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
Oh, judging from my well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already?
It's getting late, miss. By the way, Yanqing.
Actually...
I understand.
Seriously?
Now that we're done with our two...
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want...
For some reason, seeing the sky... All right. I'll...
Just shut up, Brett. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself. I'm doing my best. When the guns go off tomorrow, how's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just...
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like,
Well, I'm not trying to tell you.
Big sis!
Huh? Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just...
What did I say?
Big sis.
Come on.
Yeah, Annie, that pink-haired box...
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight...
What?
Is you have a
Cloud Knight, a member... I have a... Follow my lead and be...
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
We should have just killed those little brats. Won't cut the theatrics, Grulock. So where are we heading?
To check the freight skid, weapons, supplies.
So...
I have no clue. Just hang it.
Let's just put the cargo here. Lord Moktok said that his...
Don't worry, I've changed the ship.
Is it just me?
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape. They keep talking about their...
They're definitely up to...
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! They're on high alert! Quickly, hide!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard!
leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! What are they up to?
Never mind who.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20... Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ship. Lord Moktok is ready. The arrival of...
What did he just say? Beast ship?
Who's that? It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borson?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beast!
Conflict is pitiless.
Get! Lance! Forward!
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Not very sportsmanlike.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borson, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
What kind of trick did they use? When we were tracking them earlier, they looked just like normal Sanjo Foxians.
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Fox. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borson. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion...
Even worse. If you find one cockroach...
There are more Borson hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Force.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lunae, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons. Oh, he didn't. That doesn't sound...
Don't worry. Just tell her the truth.
According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, while I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missed. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if it...
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps...
You have a clever tongue.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, however, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron.
You know what? Maybe I do have a connection with Stellaron.
Oh, now that's interesting. Looks like you're quite close to the Stellaron hunters. However, let's move on to the But here's the thing.
I personally met Danshu once. Her
Revenge is also a form of the hunt.
Well, you should ask Danshu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Danshu is dead. And even her according to the report, she disguised herself.
I was there.
So, upon... Oh. It seems that your aunts, generals, I am...
So, what to...
However, first, the second, third, you and...
Merlin's claw.
From the moment I walked...
The disciple... As for this, and as for the war dance...
But, unfortunately...
So what are your thoughts?
As a fellow Arbiter General, personally, I think all... Just as what happened...
You mean...
The Scouts of the Verdant...
An entity?
According to the report.
But...
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this... I've always had faith in...
What's in this
General Jing Yuan, you... And for that, I'll have to... No,
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back and...
Then...
Oh, there's what...
So... You are here for Hule.
Exactly.
It makes sense to...
And as for Hule, I'll send my Lieutenant Zhao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more.
I'll call...
As you wish.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Exactly. Please. If you're ready, I'll open the...
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Lawfu is completely different from the one on the outside.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxian.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to... We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Boris and Abominations of Abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths.
No need to repeat his...
When it comes to visiting criminals, I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children. But your knowledge about him is it has been centuries since Jingliu, the Forest of Swords. The complex rules are there.
I apologize for any offense.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully. And please, take this pellet before...
No, I'm not taking...
Then you won't be allowed to visit.
Just swallow it already. Thousands of years ago, I knew you were a reasonable... Your Honor.
What is it?
No.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from... Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made...
Even though you and I have... This is not a place...
Please lead the way.
Please let me activate the...
Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar dome. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with...
These crates.
A few days ago, I had a feeling there would be trouble. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild. I caught a glimpse of the... Well, business first. Strange. remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. But how is this even possible? The spirit fair.
It's just like what happened in the Alchemy Commission member. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods...
If these and to make things work, and the prisoner they came to visit.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cake?
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look. The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed.
If we can use his talk. Could you be the key to...
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble count.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level! Send reinforcements!
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept...
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many.
Been a long time. Boy, welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp, tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable...
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison. The rest of my crew, originally.
What?
But we have no other choice. The angels serving under the Master of Immortality. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine.
Well then, my lord.
Before we go...
My lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, only the...
As you wish, my lord. No, he's an envoy.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup.
Let's preserve our strength and...
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation,
We mustn't let that vile...
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed. But let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison?
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place in a base.
By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through. Some spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But given the urgency of the situation, another key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has... Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my...
Let's look around.
Yeah.
Xueyi is here.
Miss Xueyi bravely sacrificed herself.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an ingenium centuries ago. While I'm not keen on seeing her... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the...
No.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as...
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
reconstruct.
It's my sister. Looks at such a critical moment. Let me see if I can fix it.
Hanya,
Welcome back, sister.
Now is not the this Psycrane can't.
Sister.
One of the Yaoqing messengers.
Besides the Borisin.
Invisible intruders? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside. Make sure you deliver the.
I understand.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Wait!
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners.
I prefer to be called the at least two different groups of intruders, their hiding technique. Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. The prison on the Law Fu is a real maze. I must have...
Thank you for your help.
No. You can...
Your friend is in Hule's...
Look, I'm the Yaoqing... I don't know how you... Listen up. I've been the worst case scenario. We are all killed by that jam. The best case looks like the best case scenario would hopefully someone will eventually notice that something is off and...
You should have a way of comforting people, Mr. Morton.
As a person of the Yaoqing...
I have to make it out alive. Yeah.
None of you are part of the once we reach the gate now. Let's proceed. We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me. We're almost there. The gate is just ahead. I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
My lord, we're just...
So...
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something.
Maybe this Yaoqing messenger can strike a deal in
Oh.
I've got to make this be... Deal. I certainly have more value. My identity. My knowledge of the Xianzhou. I'm afraid you're unaware. Your opportunity for revenge is...
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense!
Silence, Moktok!
What?
We must stay here for Snowduran's whelps. Follow me.
Prison guards! Stop them! For our great Lord Hule!
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane.
What about the Yaoqing messenger?
No news.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not... The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to...
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away. Once